Hi everybody, just going to do a quick random record thing because I know everyone loves that, although I've done loads already. Let's just go for it. It's going to be a bit awkward because the shelf is here, so there may be a little bit of up and down on this one. Let's just see how we get on. Yeah, we all know it, that's mono, not in great condition. Bauhaus singles. Brandon Flowers, The Desired Effect. That has got some superb 80s style pop on that. Awakenings, Tim Wheater. Kind of a flute, not fusion, there's sort of an element of that maybe. Alan Taylor, The Lady, unfortunately without the lyric sheet. A bit of a folk thing. It's not a great album, but with the lyric sheet, there's a bit of money in there. It's just not as good as it could be, you know. I Want to See the Bright Lights, Richard and Linda Thompson. A bit of Betty Wright, I Love the Way You Love. Camembert Electric, two of those. Shh, there should be an I in here. It's missing. Fear of Music, a couple of REMs, which I never play. They'll probably just be sold. The Isley Brothers. On a little note to Madam Sin, the Iron Maidens the other day came after the Lee Perry debacle. Rainbow in the Dark by Dio. I always loved that song, but keyboards, and then the B-side has got Stand Up and Shout and Straight Through the Heart. Great, some of his best stuff. I don't really listen to him much anymore, but those three will get played. Look, Judas Priest. These all came from a little collection, and so they're all together. I don't need to say anything about them really. There you are. Live at Leeds, Blue, without the poster. Hand of Kindness, Richard Thompson. Charlie Wills, this is an old folk thing. He's in his 90s and he used to collect old folk songs, and there's him actually singing them as they should be, traditional. Jimmy Cliff, Harder They Come. Walt Barr, East Wind, jazz. It's kind of like a light fusion. It's gone stupidly up in price because people have exalted the price, but you know, it's a good record. Oak, English Country Music and Song, Welcome to Our Fair, on Topic. The Pogues, For Rest of the Best. Joachim Kuhn, Spring Fever. A strange cover, that one. Donny Hathaway, Everything is Everything, of course. Tragic Donny. Mahavishnu Orchestra, Birds of Fire. You see, you're going to get a little bit of jazz and fusion here. Eddie Henderson, Inside Out. Under Fire by Gato Barbieri, of course. There's a lot of fire on that. Norman Connor's Dance of Magic. Freddie Hubbard's Skydive. First Light, Freddie Hubbard. Some of these albums, they have amazing players, but aren't necessarily great albums. Airto, Virgin Land. Bit of a stick 'em up. This is Michael Berniak's Fusion Heritage, the only one I have. Grover Washington Jr., A Secret Place, a little bit more mellow. Norman Connor's Dark of Light. I still have yet to get his other album with the really intense stuff on it. Klaus Lenz, Jazz and Rock Machine, Fusion. So it says it all really. Can't put all these back, so. Roy Ayers, Red, Black and Green. There he is again, Hip Elegy. That is a really good album, that. Fantastic heavy fusion. Dennis Coffey, Back Home. Great cover. Could have been better. There we are. Antonio Callas, Your Beam, Tide. Kenny Barron's Sunset to Dawn. Tower of Power, Back to Oakland. Their albums are really underrated. I mean, it's like the Cheap Heat category. There's Diodato and Donato. There we go. And Ray Barretto, and Romeo there. There's all sorts of O's in there. Good album. Waiting Game, Zoot Sims. This is a repress. The original is hard to find. There's Mr. Santos, Maestro. Walter Carlos, Sonic Seasonings, Electronic, Double, Ohm, with Tom Romeo. That's a good album. Oh dear, not easy to pull these out. Well, here we go. Jimmy Owens, that's a really good record, that. It's kind of fiery. Charles Hill and Burner's Greatest Hits. Richard Davis, that's a really good record, With Understanding. It's not the original issue, there's various covers on that. Max Middleton and Robert Arway, Another Sleeper. I think I need to revisit these two albums, Dick Morrissey and Jim Mullen. I used to think of Cape Wrath. I used to think of them, these are both, these covers are both done for trivia buffs, as by the guy who did the Iron Maiden covers, the early Iron Maiden. I forget, the names escaped me off the top of my head. I need to revisit those. This is piano solos, Leaves 2. Discovery, a library record. Lonnie Smith, not Lonnie Liston, Mama Whaler. On Kudo, I was going to say Kudo. Really, there's another one there. That is a brilliant record, the best of the three I've shown. This Way Out, that is an intense double album. It's a prog fusion. This is a superb record. It's a bass player, as you can see. This is absolutely superb, cheap stuff, and I really recommend checking that out. Fantastic album. Keith Jarrett, Invocations of the Moth and the Flame. John Martin's Grace and Danger. Never heard it, I think. I say I've never, maybe once. I have to revisit a few of these. Close Encounters, performed by the Electric Moog Orchestra. Everybody knows the Dave Clark 5. A great cover there. Falling back in. John Williams, The Height Below. Now, this is a soundtrack and it's really good. It's nothing like you'd expect from him. I don't know, I really like that. An original Small Faces with a lovely Vicky Love Daddy on the back. Thank you, Dad. Fantastic. The Isley Brothers, Soul on the Rocks. One day maybe I'll organise these. The Pop Guns. This is like a bit like a wedding present. It's quite a desirable record, Eugenie. It's like a wedding present with a female vocal. There's an original Love, Forever Changes. Unfortunately not in the best shape. One side plays really well, one side has got a kind of surface noise. Renaissance, nothing on that fuss, you know, heard it all before. Alan Stivell there, Celtic Heart. Ooh La La and Long Player. Now, I'm just going to get rid of those. I'm going to check out marks on. Sometimes you put things on the shelf when you get them, you get small collections, sometimes you get dumped on the shelf. I don't like Rod Stewart's voice. I just can't stand it. It faces whatever I've tried. There's maybe too many connotations with him. This is that wonderful thing I showed a couple of years back, Flow. This is Leo Flagg. Oh, this is sublime, kind of almost easy listening sort of jazz and soundtrack, really short pieces, beautiful, beautiful music. That William Ackerman's Past Light, right down here. This is a soundtrack to the film The Message. nearly done. Philip Arberg, High Plains, a nice torn colour. Desert Solitaire, Steve Roach, Kevin Briney and Michael Stones. The only one I have on vinyl. The Red Tent, Morricone, that's superb. Again, I showed it a couple of years back. That is an absolutely superb soundtrack. That is sort of a long piece on side 2 in particular, really atmospheric. Sounds like there's like an SOS thing, and it sounds like you actually crashed in the Antarctic, and the sounds he creates really capture the essence of the place as you imagine it to be. Block rocking beats, these are all sampled tracks, like a comp, double comp. Famous tracks used for samples. Drum Thunder, this is the Art Blakey Big Band, like a reissue. Equinox, I've got that on the shelf. I don't think I've ever played that all the way through. It's one of those. It's another one of those I've got there because one day I will. I mean, yesterday I was playing some electronic music and I was about to do it, and then I'm changing to something else. But sometimes my melody puts me off the electronic. This is a brilliant album. Music for the Silence is to Come by Dan R. Brow or Brass or something. It says on the back here he played with Alan Stivell, and he played with Malik Horn, Richard Thompson. Superb guitar player, absolutely superb. Really, really nice record, that one. Just a couple more. W.A. Matteo, Available Light. Another solo piano. Here's for George Winston piano solos, December. Loveliest cover that. I'm finishing off with a yellow bass from Alec. Anyway, that was it. These are what they are. See you later.